November 14, 2022, an officer from the Milwaukee Police Department visited the home of a 75-year-old woman named Dorothy for a routine welfare check. The door was answered by a 31-year-old male, and from that point on, the welfare check became anything but routine. The officer was about to walk into a real-life horror movie.
After you?
No.
You said you gotta make sure you got an animal or something?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Moments after letting the officer in, the unidentified male grabs a heavy metallic disc, later identified as a brake rotor, and follows the officer into another room. The man seems uneasy, and when challenged about the item, he claims that it's just a doorstop.
What, this one?
Yeah.
What's that for?
Oh no, just block the door and it swings open.
Gotcha.
The officer continues to search for Dorothy, enlisting the help of the male and making sure to keep an eye on his movements.
You wanna just knock on the door for me?
Dorothy? She's laying on her bed.
Suspect 426, what's that?
Dorothy!
20
Where's your bed at?
Is it in there?
After you. You got any lights here?
Yeah.
You got the lights on?
She can pay the bill.
Oh. Hey, you just going there for me?
Yeah, no.
What do you mean?
She's right here.
Oh! She's right here?
Yeah.
Dorothy?
After some confusion about where Dorothy might be sleeping, it turns out that she's been lying next to the officer this whole time. And she's not the only one lying.
Is she sleeping?
Yes.
Okay. How long she been sleeping for?
It's since 6.
What's the bag for?
She wets the bed.
She wets the bed? You got it covered like that.
Because you're in here with out the window and stuff.
Okay, you pull the cover back for me?
Dorothy?
Why is she covered up like that? Her face.
She's sleeping.
Alright, just step back for me.
The man claims to have been taking care of Dorothy, but when she doesn't respond to the man's attempts to wake her, the officer's suspicions grow. Then, upon closer inspection, these suspicions are confirmed.
Is it Dorothy? Miss Dorothy? Why don't you got flowers and stuff on her like that? Okay, step back. Step back.
75-year-old Dorothy is indeed deceased, and now the officer finds himself trapped in a room face to face with the prime suspect. It's a risky situation, especially given the suspect's actions so far. The officer isn't taking any chances and quickly calls for backup while placing the suspect under arrest.
She's dead, sir.
What do you mean she's dead?
She's dead. I was going to call her relatives in the morning.
Okay. Put your hands up.
The phone's in my room.
Put your hands up.
Alright.
Turn around. Put your hands behind your back. 5446. Can I get another squad to my location? I'm a supervisor. Put your hands behind your back.
10-4,
You don't got any weapons or anything, right? See? Turn around. Don't even look at me. Hands behind your back. You're looking at me. Don't do that. Why are you look? No, you're not gonna get shot, but you looking at me like that is kind of making me nervous.
10-4, that 234 north,
Stop looking at me.
on lower.
Don't do that. I'm telling you. Stop looking at me. You're gonna get tased. You hear me? Just letting you know. Don't do that. Alright?
The suspect's movements continue to put the officer on edge, though the threat of being tased appears to be enough to make the suspect comply. That is, until the man makes an unusual request.
I got a taser right now.
Okay.
Just letting you know.
Okay.
Alright?
Please.
Alright.
You shoot me in the face.
No.
Please shoot me in the face.
No.
Her relatives. Call her relatives. Call her relatives, please. Tap.
Don't.
Please.
Make that other squad 1017, please.
Please shoot me in the face.
This suspect would rather be shot in the face than face the consequences of his actions. With alarm bells ringing, the officer calls for a 1017, requesting immediate assistance with an ongoing situation. For now, though, he's on his own.
4537, could you also respond to 2348 North Booth in the lower 1017, 5372? Come work.
Don't move. Just don't move. Put your hands up.
60,
Because you're doing too much moving and you're making me
I'm
nervous.
for 60, sequel for left.
No. Just don't move.
Sequel. 7.
Reporting show's gone.
34, sequel for left.
On the ground.
Give us a secret room.
7.
On the ground. On your stomach.
You shoot me.
No, on your stomach.
Please shoot me.
Sir, on your
You
stomach.
gotta shoot me.
Okay. You're doing too much.
Okay, don't take it.
No, you're going to get to this.
Okay, I'm down.
Put your hands behind your back. Now. Hands behind your back. Behind your back. Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back. Put your other hand behind your back.
What was the address again?
Your other hand behind your back.
5348
Sir,
North Booth in the lower.
Stop resisting.
I'm not resisting.
Put your hand behind your back. Your other hand. Yep, put it behind your back. Don't move. This is gonna do.
Just as it seems the situation might be under control, the suspect lashes out, attacking the officer and reaching for a metal pole in a bag nearby.
Stop! Stop resisting! Stop! 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 Stop!
You gotta shoot.
Give me another squad here now! Sir!
Right in the head.
Stop!
Right in the head.
You will be shot!
Right
Stop!
In the head. Right in the head, please. Right in the head.
Stop!
Okay.
Drop the pole!
Right in the head.
Drop the pole!
Right in the head, please.
Drop the pole!
Right in the head. Right in the head. Do it.
Drop the
Do it
pole!
right in the head.
Drop!
Do it in the head. Come on, right in
Sir.
the head. Please, right in the head. Right
Drop
in the
the
head.
pole,
Right in the
please.
head. Right in the head. Come on.
Now I'm gonna have to shoot
Right in the
you.
head. Right in the head. Come on. Do it, please. Come on. You don't know what I see. Do it.
Sir,
Do it.
drop the
Do
pole.
it. You don't know what I see. Do it.
Sir,
Right in the fucking face,
Drop
man.
the pole.
Right in the face. Come on. Come on.
drop the
Come
pole.
on. Right in the face, man. Please.
Drop
Right in the face.
In the struggle, the officer's body cam falls off, but you can clearly hear the officer pleading with the suspect to drop the pole while the suspect begs to be shot. The officer eventually deploys his taser, and though the suspect lets go of the pole, he quickly grabs another weapon he'd placed by the door earlier, the brake rotor, which the officer refers to as a weight.
on the ground now.
Right in the face. Come on.
On the ground.
Make it quick.
On the ground.
Please make it quick. Okay. Don't take.
Drop it. Drop it. Now.
Right in the face.
Drop it.
Right in the face.
Drop it.
Right in the face.
Drop it.
Right in the face. Come on.
Drop it.
You gotta do it, man. Right in the
Drop
face. Right in the face.
the weight now.
Right in the face.
Drop the weight.
Right in the face.
Drop the weight.
Right in the face.
Drop the weight.
It's at this point that backup finally arrives, breaking down the front door and gaining access to the property.
We are further out.
This one?
Their loud entrance is picked up by the first officer's body cam as the suspect continues to fight back and pleads to be shot.
Subject is that girlfriend. I'm in that squad.
Right in the face. Come on. Don't let him take me, man. Don't let him take me, man.
What? Drop the weight. He said.
Just as reinforcements are about to enter the room, the suspect finally gets his wish.
Kill me. Kill me.
I got it. Someone get medical now. Call for medical.
He wasn't shot in the face, but the suspect was struck by the officer's bullets and was later taken to the hospital, where he recovered from his injuries. The officer also received treatment for minor wounds and was placed on administrative leave as standard procedure following the shooting.
In Milwaukee, we're following developing news from overnight. A police officer and another man are in the hospital after a struggle during a welfare check. Milwaukee's police chief says an officer found a 75-year-old woman dead with no sign of physical trauma inside of a home near Booth and Meineke. That was just after midnight. When an officer tried to arrest a man inside the home, there was a struggle between the two.
The individual resisted and the struggle ensued. During the struggle, the suspect armed himself with a pole and a weight. Again, during the struggle, the officer also gave the suspect multiple commands to drop the weapon. However, the suspect refused, at which time the officer discharged his firearm, thus striking the suspect.
As stated in the news, Dorothy had not sustained any physical trauma prior to her death, making the suspect's behavior even more confusing. However, a community briefing published by the Milwaukee police a couple of months later revealed that the unidentified 31-year-old had been charged with 2 counts of bail jumping, in addition to charges of battery of a police officer and resisting arrest. The officer involved with the shooting was later reinstated and cleared for justified use of force.
I'm not doing nothing illegal, but I work for you guys.
That's what you said for the last 10 or 15 minutes.
There's nothing going on. Please do your please do your homework and research.
I have no homework and I have no research.
Call Detective C.
And what's he going to tell me?
He's going to tell you that I am valid and everything is okay.
Okay, but is he going to tell me that there's not a girl tied up in your basement?
Of course.
He showed me pictures on his phone of her dead body.
Please.
Huh?
Where are you at?
She's under. There's a thing under. Remember I shot my
Help!
Do you need help?
Help!
Alright.
For real, I like this. I see it on TV, I'm excited. I'm so slick. I'm slicker than deer shit.
This is Delonte Edmund Geiger, a 31-year-old resident of Cleveland, Ohio. Despite being accused of a serious and heinous crime, he's not worried. After all, he's one of the good guys. At least, he thinks he is.
I know.
Delonte's dealings with the law began long before May 2nd, 2023, but it was on that afternoon at around 3 p.m. that officers arrived at his home to investigate a troubling report.
Bro, y'all can't be here like this.
Oh, look.
You can't be here like this, bro.
I'm just knocking on your door.
I understand that, but you making me hot.
What?
You're making me hot.
What does that mean?
I'm about to come out.
All right, come on out.
All right.
Apparently this all started in Brunswick, CR.
Give me a few minutes to take a look.
How you doing, sir?
Y'all can't be out here like this.
My name's Officer Robles. That's Officer Obed. Just
That's
so you know,
cool.
everything's recorded.
Listen,
Yes?
turn those cameras off, please.
Well, what's going on?
Can you please turn the cameras off?
You have to give me a reason, and I can't.
You guys are making my spot hot. I work for you guys, okay? Long story short, I work for you guys, so please get out here. You guys are blowing the spot up. Alright?
Who do you work for?
I can't tell you that.
Why?
I cannot tell you that because I'm not allowed to tell you that. Okay, so just understand that.
Well, here,
Go home.
we have a call. Here, sir, let me just tell you why we're here, and then we'll leave. It could be nothing.
The reason officers are at Delonte's address, making him feel hot, is because they received intelligence that there may be a woman tied up in his basement. Of course, as the officer says, it could be nothing. But Delonte's behavior does little to dampen their suspicions. He seems very keen for the officers to leave, not because he's guilty, but because they're blowing his cover as a confidential informant.
Is someone tied up down there?
No!
What's your name, buddy?
I can't tell you that, bro.
What do you mean you can't tell me that? Is this your truck?
My dump truck, that's my company truck. That's yeah, there's nothing going on with
Is it in your name?
No.
Then why don't you want to tell us who you are?
I'm trying to tell you I'm a confidential informant. That's all I have to say. You guys are bugging right now. You guys are
No, that's not all you have to say.
Who
told you that?
I can't say nothing else.
Delonte seems to think that his informant status gives him special privileges. and that the police will just obey his orders and leave. But the officers aren't having any of it, especially given the suspect's worrying past.
Well, if there's someone in the basement, we got
There's nobody in the basement.
why can't I look?
Why do you?
Because all that stuff that went on in the past with those 3 girls, man, we got to take this seriously.
What
and
3
look into
girls?
it.
What 3 girls?
The Gina De Jesus.
And I don't know them hoes,
All
man.
that stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Listen,
though? If we don't take this seriously,
I'm about
there's
to
something
give you
going on.
I'm about to give you my social security number.
Oh, yeah.
Here you go. Stop. Please don't
That's
do
all
that.
right. We're not going in without you.
Yeah, you can't do that. Tell him please not to do that.
Do what?
Like you,
I'm not going in your
All right, that's fine. That's fine.
Sergeant, please tell him not
Back
to
up.
do that.
He's not going.
Okay, I'm gonna give you my social security number.
All right.
I want you to run it. Okay? My don't come up clean.
Under the circumstances, the police officers would be within their right to force entry into the suspect's home if they believe the woman is in danger. However, they continue to talk with him and keep things calm, while also giving Delonte the opportunity to dig himself into a deeper hole.
What's going on is you guys had a crackhead make a false complaint.
All right.
Okay?
Well, that's an answer.
That's it.
Well, then we still have to follow up on it.
There's nothing going on, sir.
All right, but do you understand our point?
I understand your point. You're asking
If
me
we just walk away and somebody actually is there, what are we going to do?
Well, that's what you guys are going to have to do because I'm not letting you inside.
So do you see where the problem lies?
No, there is no problem.
We don't just write, he said it's cool, and we leave.
Well, that's how it goes because if I don't
No,
let
that's
you
not.
in, so how do you, what do you mean?
Eventually, the officers call Delonte's bluff and phone the aforementioned Detective Smith. It's agreed that the officers may search the suspect's basement without their cameras on while the suspect walks them through the house. The officers return to knock on Delonte's front door, where their suspicions grow further.
Screams. I know, there was a lot of music. I had to knock for a minute on the back. Sue. You just told us, man. All right, let's go now.
It takes a minute for Delonte to answer, but when he does, he confirms that he's willing to let a couple of the officers in with the restrictions put forth by the detective.
Front door, sir. Huh? He just came to the front door.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. Coming.
Yes, you can, bro. No. I talked to
senior officers coming.
Talk to Detective Smith. I only need you in my house, bro.
It's a senior guy. Trust me, we'll be fine.
Please.
You understand the safety issue of it, right? For a police officer?
Bro.
You know what I mean? Trust me, he's fine. He's a senior guy.
Anybody got a lighter? Can I smoke? My nerves
I do,
are,
if you...
my nerves are really bad.
Let's get out of the rain. I got a lighter. Just stay here.
Dude, I want to get out of here too. Listen.
I talked to Detective Smith, but... Hey, do you mind if we're looking for...
No, dude. There's too much going on. No.
Nothing is found in the basement, and while Delonte seems relieved, giving the officers high fives and fist bumps as if to say, "I told you so," the officers predict this won't be the last time they visit his residence.
All right, Obed.
See you, bro. No cost. Okay. I know.
As it turns out, a return visit to the home was not far away at all. That same night, officers talked to a different informant who claims to have seen some disturbing evidence that doesn't look good for Delonte.
So what's going on?
I'm over there yesterday, and his girlfriend, he has a girlfriend named who's a black girl, and they tied her up, stabbed her, beat her, and killed her. And he showed me pictures. He made her write 1,000 times, "I am a rat, I am a snitch, I am a rat, I am a snitch." Then where he murdered her at, he ripped up where the fireplace is, he ripped up all of like the tile right there. He told me I have to paint it and I have no choice. He wants me to paint it tomorrow. And he was telling me everything about my pierce. He said, I'll kill you too. He's like, just be a little harder. But he literally has patience and shit. And he took, I guess he put her in the basement. My friend Katie seen her in the basement and called the police. And they said he called the detective. The detective said, well, just let them search your basement. So he moved her body from the basement to upstairs and let the cops come in and search the basement and left.
Remember when it took Delante a moment to answer the door before allowing the cops to search his home? Now we might know why.
He stabbed her in her right arm, which is on the pictures. She's bound up naked. She's naked in front of the fireplace, like tied with like zip ties. You can see her writing with a pencil and a piece of paper. He stabbed her in the right arm and he beat her so bad she couldn't open her eyes. But Gilly said he kept feeding her crack to keep her alive, but he beat her for 3 hours and then murdered her.
Who said that?
What?
Who said that? Told you this?
He showed me pictures on his phone of her dead body.
Why'd he do all that?
He said he trusts me. I don't know why. He was like, he's like, I made my girlfriend help beat her up. He's like, I'm just letting you know that I'll do the same thing to you.
With a potential kidnapping now turned into a potential murder, officers rushed back to Delante's address where the 31-year-old greets them out front, having once again been briefed by Detective Smith. Again, officers give the suspect a moment before agreeing to meet him at the back of the property.
Hey, I was off the phone. Okay.
Hey, did you talk to Detective Smith? He tell you what's going on?
Yes. All right. So I appreciate this. He's a lighter before this.
Yeah.
You know my number. What's up, bro? How y'all doing? Same people.
Well, I'm in the overtime now, man.
You gotta come through the back door, okay?
Yeah, I can do that.
Is that cool?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
Thanks for going.
All right, well,
Sorry for not letting you in there, bro. Sorry for my attitude, okay? Give me 5 seconds.
Meet me at the back door?
All y'all.
All right. Hey, watch your front to see if someone will walk with us first. If that chick's in there, she might be leaving, but it doesn't matter, right? It would be funny if he never comes back and he stole my lighter.
Yeah.
Joke's on him. I found that lighter.
After some more waiting around, the officers enter the home for a second search, once more obscuring their cameras to put the suspect at ease.
You didn't know what I told you about, though?
Listen, we're here to look to see for a body. That's it. You give us consent to make sure there's no one laying dead in here?
This is my uncle.
All right.
Go outside. Okay. Y'all let him out?
Yeah. You take off, man.
Let him out.
Do you give us consent?
Come on, bro. I'm gonna walk y'all through this.
This time, on heightened alert, the officers pay close attention to their surroundings and hear some unsettling sounds, despite Delante's best efforts to drown them out with music.
Hey, Sarge, come down here a minute.
Copy.
Is anybody on that front porch? No. So what's that noise I keep hearing? That you keep turning the music up on I hear something.
I heard him dragging something out when he went from the front to the back seat, you know.
Is anybody in that front? Because I heard voices of
Yeah. Who's up there?
Oh, okay.
Who's out there?
What is that?
Can you hear it?
Officers hone in on the source of the noise, which appears to be coming from Delante's porch.
Clint, please.
Huh?
Where are you at?
She's under. There's a thing under. Remember I shined my flashlight?
Do you need help?
Help!
All right. Clint, please. Sam 24, can you get us another car over here?
As they get closer and closer, or as Delante would probably say, hotter and hotter, officers eventually find the victim alive, but very uncomfortable and in the unlikeliest of places.
Where are you at?
Where you at, man?
M35, you can send us CM2 force numbers.
Bravo 15.
All right, we're looking. Hey, how do you get to her?
No, don't get me.
In the black box?
Yeah.
60-year-old Cheryl Cyrus had indeed been stabbed, beaten, and stuffed into a small plastic storage container.
Radio City, MS.
I'm paralyzed.
Oh my gosh.
I'm paralyzed.
All right. How old are you?
I'm 60.
6-year-old female. Step up, EMS. Are you injured besides that?
I'm paralyzed.
You're paralyzed.
I'm paralyzed. What's your name?
EMS is en route. Are you cold?
I hurt.
You hurt? All right, we want to get you out of there, but I'm afraid to move you. I'm going to let EMS do all that, okay?
I hurt so bad.
What did he do to you?
He kicked me, punched
He did what?
me. Kicked me,
Hey, Scott, you want fire to come at least get her upright?
She says she's paralyzed. I don't know.
I know, but if we get fire here, they can...
Are they here?
No, you know, we've got no QTA on EMS.
They've been dispatched.
Huh?
Did he stab you?
Yeah.
Where are you stabbed, you think? Your arm? All right. Did he sexually assault you at all?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know how long you've been here?
Yeah.
Is it just one day?
Yeah.
Following the shocking discovery, Cheryl was quickly seen to by medical experts, while Delante Edmund Geiger was placed in handcuffs and taken to the police station for questioning. Would he show remorse for his terrible crime, or downplay his actions and use his informant card to try to justify what he did? What do you think?
I was hopeless, but like I wasn't going to kill her though. I wasn't going to. I've been beating her, and you know what I'm saying. But I just can't have her out on this. Because I'm working with Detective Smith, trying to get him 10 guns, 5 AKs, 4 Glocks, 3. That's supposed to be going into the valley like next week. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get him who moves 6 ounces a day on coke crack, and I'm trying to get him descriptions of ounces a day. But like I found out that this is that, and you know what I'm saying? If I was,
You found out that what?
that the lady that what I was taking care of in my house is a rat, and if she was to get back out on the street, exposed, and die, get killed. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm new to this. I understand. I f***ed up. I know I can't get out of this. This is bad. You know what I'm saying? I know what's going on. I know it's bad.
Incredibly, Delante continues to talk himself into more trouble, believing that the torture of a 60-year-old woman was necessary to prevent her from snitching and causing him to be a victim of violence.
So yesterday was Tuesday, so she probably got there like Monday or something?
Yeah, Monday she was kicking it, cool, calm, collected, hold up. You know what I'm saying? Eating, lying to me. Like, dude, you tripping, like, why do that? You know what I'm saying? So that's how that went down, bro. And I was like, I apologize, bro.
Okay.
But I just ain't trying to die out here in these streets with y'all with these crackheads. Because this is serious. Niggas die. I keep on telling them, like, I need to talk to a corporal. Put me in a room by myself. Like, the way y'all play that, like, it was 50 cars in front of my house. I don't think the streets talk. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. Like, so, like, I f***ed up, bro. But, like, I'm new to this. And I feel like my life is in danger, bro. People have tried to kill me 3 times already. You feel me? I've been shot in my I don't need my underarm, blood, all type of weird. This shit is crazy. And I felt like I was gonna die if I didn't hold her for like 2 days and tell her, like, let her know what was going on. I'm gonna kill the bitch. Feel like the bitch would have been dead. Long story short, if I wanted to kill her, she would have been dead.
Now, listen to how he calmly describes his crimes as if talking to a group of friends, while still playing the victim and trying to show his cop buddies that he has a heart, because he fed her and has a family of his own.
Would you mind walking me through, again, I know it's a little tough right now, and it's bad time, but like,
everything that went through, like the time where you were together, like what happened during those days?
I just punched on her, slapped on her, till her punched on her, slapped on her, punched on her, slapped on her, punched on her, slapped on her, moved her from the basement to another room, fed her, showered her, gave her some water, put a blanket over her. I'm just telling you the truth, bro.
No, that's fine.
Was I raping her? No.
Okay.
Was that what you about to ask me?
No,
I was about to ask me.
No, like were you giving her drugs and stuff like that?
Why would I give her my drugs? Why the would I do that?
Man. I didn't know that.
Hell no.
No. All right. So at any point was she asking to leave, different things like that?
She has nowhere to go.
Okay.
She has nowhere to go. All she was just asking was why. Stop, I won't do it again. I'll never tell, Blast, please, I'll never tell. I know I deserve this, but I'll never tell. Like, that's a code in the streets. You know what I'm saying? I got 4 beautiful kids.
The deluded Delante doesn't just believe he's a valuable informant, he also considers himself to be a detective, which is why he targeted Cheryl.
So during this time when the traffic stop occurs and she goes on her way, was there anybody that ever said, like, besides, like, if she was doing anything that, like, yeah, she told me
No.
that?
No, I thought it was somebody else until I did my homework.
Okay. So this is all you transpiring, doing everything, doing all your own stuff in your head and, like, hey.
Listen to the detectives as we all got out the car. The detectives like, yeah, you can go. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay. You ain't even get searched. It's crap about $200 worth of dope in the car and skill, and you didn't even get searched.
Yeah.
No, get your bag. You're forgetting your bag.
They're helping her out.
Don't forget your bag. Go ahead, go. Thank you.
And because he's such an asset to the force, in his own mind, he even thinks he can negotiate a delay in his case and get a more lenient sentence from a judge. Reality would finally hit home for Delante when, on October 30th, 2023, he pleaded guilty to 1 count each of kidnapping, felonious assault, tampering with evidence, and having weapons while under disability. An attempted murder charge was dropped in exchange for his plea, and he was sentenced to 16 to 20 years in a state correctional facility.
Driver, exit the vehicle! Huh? In the car? Get out of the car! That's behind your back. We'll explain anything to you in a minute.
Do you want to take another look at the photo?
I said no. So, you didn't think it's a little strange that somebody gave you a car?
It's the 1st of January in 2023, and residents of this quiet, gated neighborhood in Mount Dora, Florida, are waking up to a shocking, unfamiliar sight. Police officers are circling the home of 80-year-old Sharon Getman and 83-year-old Daryl Getman. Earlier that morning, a neighbor had noticed the couple's garage door was left wide open. Going over to investigate and perhaps wish the couple a happy new year, the neighbor instead discovered a brutal scene that was anything but happy. Sharon and Daryl had been murdered.
Well, you might want to go into this.
Do you have a
That's
key?
where they are.
Hey, he said that's where they are. You'll want to go through this door. Oh,
We're gonna make entry that back.
yeah.
Go ahead.
You can't go through that door. They're right here inside the door.
The elderly couple lay lifeless on the floor, surrounded by a pool of blood with a butcher's knife sticking out of Daryl's abdomen. While taping off the crime scene, officers discussed their theories as to what may have happened inside the home.
I'm interested in knowing what the neighbors heard.
What?
They got neighbors.
Yeah, they're gonna want to interview
I
everybody.
think this is just a 5.
Oh yeah.
There's no 37 involved.
It's very odd.
Yes.
The way
The bodies are.
Yeah.
And so I'm not screaming. So you can see with the old man, he was stabbed in the belly and his head hit that one table, cracking his skull open. I can't see where the female, how she died.
I assume she has a bunch of cuts everywhere, but that knife is still in the guy's gut.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
And his head's cracked open from that desk. I said take it to that little oak tree.
Yeah, I'm gonna wrap it that way.
I like it.
At the front of the property, more officers began questioning the neighbors and find out what led to the couple's discovery, as well as when the crime likely occurred.
They're clearing the inside right now just to make sure nobody else is in there. Do you have your ID on you, your driver's license, or just so we can? So what were you coming over for?
This neighbor here
Was concerned about him?
me and asked me to check out the garage door. When I went in there,
Because the garage door was open.
yes.
Okay.
When I went to go in there,
You don't have to take it out. 73 Mandor, 6527 for complainant. Okay, do you know what time you got here or roughly? Oh, ma'am, you can wait over there, please. I know, we'll get with you in a second, but please just wait over there, okay? I know, just wait, please wait over there, okay?
Weird. She said she woke up at 6 o'clock this morning, looked out, saw that the garage door was open, and thought that was weird. She waited until 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and then she still said, okay, garage door's open, that's weird. She came over here just before she called, and I guess got in contact with them, and they came too. She came over here, nobody answered. She was going to try to put the garage door down and run out, but she couldn't figure out how to do it. So the garage door has been open like that since at least 6 o'clock this morning. Yeah, she is. I'm getting one for her, but whatever happened likely happened last night.
Wondering who could have done this and why, one officer zeroes in on the garage and asks about a vehicle that may or may not be missing.
The stop, I think usually it's because you're driving something else. So is there a car?
I bet you there's not.
73 Mandor. Do they have any vehicles registered to them?
See if they can check David. Wow.
So where's the car at?
Where are their children?
Yeah. 2610. Are you 26 on that?
They have a Kia, a green Kia registered to them and tired. Do you have other security that are working right now?
They got the 28 dispatch does.
Okay, can you see if any of them
I can
check the parking lot and make sure that there's not a green Kia? What was it, 2019?
I can.
It soon becomes apparent that the Getman's green Kia Soul is nowhere to be found. Using license plate readers, GPS, and one of the victim's phones, detectives are surprised to learn that the Kia in question is 300 miles away in Savannah, Georgia. Officers are directed to a car park at the Amtrak station in the city, where the surprises keep on coming. Not only do they find the car, but they also find their prime suspect sitting behind the wheel.
Make this left. Come on the parking lot. Make a left. Come left hard, and then you see the big Dodge Ram in that back row? It's right to the right of it. You're going to come down, you'll make a right by the... You see it? Yeah, straight ahead. Get out here.
Driver, exit the vehicle! Huh? In the car? Get out of the car! Mike doesn't work. Get out of the car. Get out of the car. All right, she's out. Hands on the roof. Hands on the roof. Keep your hands on the roof and don't move. Keep your hands on the roof and don't move. You good? Yeah. Step right. Keep your hands behind your back. We'll explain it to you in a minute.
What's your 95?
Put your hands together.
Copy. I need you to check the Amtrak station, make sure there wasn't a second occupant. Anybody else with you here?
You sure?
No.
Huh?
No.
You're not sure?
You said, is there anybody
Else here with you in this car that came with you?
No.
All right, do you have any weapons on you?
Mm-mm.
No? Okay. Walk this way for me. What's your last name?
William.
What is it?
William.
Miss Williams? All right, just stand right here on the side of the car. All right. I'm not going to actually search you. I'm just going to make sure you have everything on you. All right, stand right here. Just step back. We'll let you know in 1 minute, okay? All right, just have a seat. Just keep an eye out for 1 second.
50-year-old Vicky Lynn Williams is quickly taken into custody, where she is questioned about how she came to be in possession of the car.
So, can you tell me anything about the car that you were in? What do you want to know about it? Well, I mean,
I didn't know it was stolen. I mean, how was I not the only one on the planet that has received a stolen property?
Right, yeah, and you're right. Yes, ma'am, I agree with that.
I just didn't know that it was stolen.
So, now we just want to talk about that car and where it came from.
No problem.
That's all we need to talk about is the car.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Oh, yeah, this is good, because it's okay? It's easy as that.
Okay.
Okay, I'm not here to, be nasty to you. I'm here to talk about that car, where that car came from.
Here in Savannah, for all I know.
Okay. So that's where you got that car, is in Savannah? Okay.
The guy told me that he had a spare car for me to use because I've been walking and my feet had, got scaly at the bottom and I've been tired and he said, well, you can sleep in the car.
Okay. So have you been driving the car?
Yeah.
Okay. So, you didn't think it was a little strange that somebody gave you a car?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Wish somebody give me a car. Somebody gives me a car. Man, you're a lucky lady if somebody just handed you the keys to the car. That's good luck right there. I'm still paying for mine, and that's 2013.
Vicky claims that she was given the car as a gift and that she assumed it was stolen by somebody else, a man whom she's more than happy to throw under the bus.
But, so this man, do you know him?
I do know him, and he told me that, not to give his information, but I'm going to go ahead and do it.
However, little does Vicky know, another detective has been tracking her movements, as well as those of her mysterious benefactor, and her story isn't adding up. When asked where she was on New Year's Eve, the night the Getmans were likely killed, her shaky alibi begins to fall apart.
What part of town were you in that night?
Downtown.
Downtown?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Tell me what was going on downtown that night?
Nothing.
Just a quiet night downtown? Okay.
It was Saturday.
Yeah, I was downtown.
On New Year's?
Yeah, I was downtown on Saturday. There's a lot of people, a lot of fireworks. You sure you were downtown?
I went downtown in the daytime. I wasn't downtown at night.
Well, where were you that night?
Walking around.
You
But not downtown.
Oh, so well, you just said you were downtown a minute ago. I just didn't know.
I was downtown to get coffee, but not in the morning. I mean, not at night, in the morning. But after that, I just was walking around.
So, just to, I guess, clarify some more stuff with the car with you. The reason Florida's here is because the car itself was taken during an incident, crime scene, to give you a little better understanding.
I thought it was stolen, so that's the only thing that I have knowledge of.
Yeah, stolen.
Even when confronted with images that appear to show her in the area of the Getmans' home on the night of the murder, Vicky doubles down on her defense, denying that the woman in the picture is her.
The kind of shoes, I'm sorry, just to back up 1 second, the kind of shoes you said were in the photo, are those the same Puma shoes that you had?
I seen 2 pairs, sneakers and Pumas.
I'm sorry.
And the Pumas because all my clothes are stolen. I
Yeah.
only have one pair of clothes.
Oh, that one didn't have the sneakers on. That one right there?
Yeah.
Okay. You recognize any of the jewelry or anything? Rings on the finger, earrings, things like that? You know,
I mean, I came with this. I mean, this is my stuff.
okay. Okay.
There's nothing in the photo that I see that's on me.
Yeah. But those look like the same brand of shoes as yours, I guess, is what I'm saying. That's what you mentioned earlier. Obviously, they make, you know, several pairs.
Yeah, I mean, I got in front of Savannah Mall, but there wasn't one.
And they look like those?
They're pink slides. I don't know what kind of slides those are.
Oh, those are white. The ones you had on were white this morning.
Yes.
But they, I guess, like you said, they kind of look like the same brand.
Okay. But that's not me, if that's what you're asking.
Okay.
She continues to try and push detectives in the direction of the man who gave her the car.
So yeah, the car was taken during an incident from a crime scene. So like,
I did talk to, and he didn't mention anything about that.
no. Okay.
You talked to about what, the car?
He gave me the car. He didn't mention that it was stolen, so that's why I was looking at it.
Okay.
He would have told me all this, it wouldn't have been in my possession.
Florida, or
He
you
said
going around
that
the
the
same?
car was brought up from Florida, so which way would it have went to get up here? It would have to get through South Carolina to come to Georgia.
No, if it came from Florida, it would have gone from Florida to Georgia.
I don't know what route them people took or what was on their mind unless you're a psychic.
Oh no, I wish, but I'm not.
The detectives aren't buying it and are more concerned with where Vicky was on New Year's Eve.
I just know you said you weren't really sure where you were Thursday or Friday, or you knew you were in Savannah, but
I
couldn't really remember.
I was in Georgia, yes.
Okay, and I just wanted to make sure, like you said, in this time that you were walking, you didn't sleep, you said, for 24 hours, I think. That's what you told me one night?
I own a business, so I have to do things.
Business.
Yeah,
What business?
my business.
Okay. And I get it, you're busy, you're up for 24 hours. Again, I just wanted to see if there was anything like that. Because again, when people
Even
don't
though
sleep.
I'm homeless doesn't mean that I don't have a life.
I agree, but what I'm getting at is I wanted to make sure there wasn't any times that you had forgotten
That's
where
why
you were.
no, that wasn't it. It wasn't it. I mean, I just met you. I have a business to run.
Okay.
I'm also a real estate agent, so that's why I was up. I was taking care of some business.
Gotcha.
I'm not sure how many real estate agents and business owners live out of a stolen car, but the developments in Vicky's story only serve to frustrate the detectives even further.
Oh, on Thursday, Friday.
And prior to that.
Prior to. Okay. And any of that business that you're doing with real estate, does that take you into Florida or other places?
No.
Nothing like that?
No.
Okay. I'm going to be honest with you. I mean, this picture looks like you.
Yeah, they say all black people look alike.
Not at all. I've been in the city.
I'm just saying.
Listen, I've been in the city a long time, and you see all kinds of different people, and I don't think all black people look alike. But,
that's nice.
But what I'm getting at is this picture looks like you, especially you don't have the wig on, and like I said, I'm working through different things, right? Like I told you, I was going to look at different cameras from different hotels and all kind of different stuff. It doesn't help me when you're saying, oh, I didn't mean, you know, but if I can find stuff that I'm looking for, right? Because you told me you went and got coffee, you told me you were crossing the bus station and all that kind of stuff. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Do you want to take another look at the photo?
I said no. I mean, not no to the photo, but I'm saying no, that's not me.
Unable to see herself in the detective's photos, the detective shows her pictures of the victims, which leads to another potentially false connection.
I mean, can you think back? Is there something that you may have run into and you just don't recall at the moment?
I used to work in the medical field, and I'm wondering if that could be one of my patients from a long time ago. It looks like her.
What about that, John?
I don't remember him, though, but her face looks, I guess because she's sitting here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah.
But there's never time, I mean, could have run into him somewhere at all?
Asked him for anything? Nothing?
Neither one, no.
What medical bill?
Wait a minute. I seen him at, when I was sitting there.
Come on. Really?
Yeah.
Well, tell me about it.
He just was sitting there with his wife, but it wasn't the lady that was there. It was another woman with blonde hair.
You sure it was that guy?
Yeah.
Tell me about, like, what drew him to you?
We said Happy New Year to one another, all of us at the table. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I started the conversation. I said, Happy New Year, y'all, and he said it back, and I sat across from him, and we just glanced at each other every now and then while we were eating, and looked like they were enjoying their food.
Did you ever think you'd see a photo of him again?
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
By admitting she may have seen the victims on New Year's Eve, Vicky digs herself into a hole, and the detectives offer her plenty of chances to keep digging deeper.
When you saw him, do you remember what he was wearing?
I don't. I know he had on something similar to this, like clean cut, like a polo shirt, you know, button up, and a pair of slacks, but I don't remember what color.
Okay.
I was on my phone that day, so.
You were on your phone?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, you told me earlier that your phone was taken Thursday or Friday.
Yeah, but I have access to other people's phones.
Oh, well, where's that phone?
I gave it back.
Who did you give it back to?
A friend.
Who was that?
Come on now, please.
No, I need you to come on now.
What do you mean?
Because you just kind of jumping around with me. Like, listen, like
I've never seen this guy before.
No,
that's the point.
Yeah, we're not talking about
this
that.
Story.
We're talking
the point of the story is I've never seen this guy until I don't even know if this is the same guy.
Yeah.
People look familiar. That could be the same woman that you showed.
Yeah. Well, you were talking about the phone, and that's what I was trying to figure out, because you said you're on the phone.
I didn't talk to this man.
Rather than carry on banging their heads against a brick wall, the detectives change tactics and offer Vicky one final chance to confess.
So the thing about photos, and again, we're trying to figure this out with honesty, right? And this is the time to be honest, okay? And Sardi's ready to listen to you about you finally being honest, and that's what we're looking for, okay? I'm telling you, that's what we're looking for. This is you in the photo. You know it. I know it. God knows. Okay.
If you say that.
It is.
Well,
right?
I say something different. No.
Well, hear me out, okay? The people that I showed you, those pictures of, they're dead. I think that's why you recognize that photo and think, come on. And this is the thing.
No, why would I see him and turn around and see him in Florida and I wasn't even there?
The thing is, you were.
Well, I'm sorry, sir, if you're still tagging and pulling on this.
You don't
The answer is no, I'm sorry, and I'm not going to say anything else. You're talking to yourself at this point.
Okay, I mean, just, if you don't have to explain to me, help her understand why there's a photo of you. You don't have to tell me, I'll bow out, but you gotta help her understand. I mean, you're right there.
Help her understand what?
Oh, why you're in this photo. Why you're in the surveillance photo.
I don't know why somebody put that picture there and said that that's me, but that's not me. Next question.
Still, Vicky refuses to admit defeat, and her denial of any involvement in the brutal slaying of the two retired pensioners, as well as her flimsy excuses, are wearing the detective's patience thin.
You said this is the retirement community. Is that a part of is she a part of the community? What was she doing there then?
Oh, we don't know. I don't know. Okay, I don't. That's the question. I don't know why this lady is in this retirement community. This is a locked down, gated community. You know what I'm saying? And this lady, I mean, the people in this community spoke to this lady, okay? So that's how we have to, they said that, you know, very polite. One of them said something about,
does she have on?
What,
You
here?
said all black?
It looks like it's all black to me.
In Florida?
Well, you know how cold it is right now?
I don't know what you're talking about, but we just got finished talking about how hot it was, so now we're
Well,
talking
now,
about cold.
now. But
But this
not at
person
night.
has on, I don't know what time frame we're talking about.
Okay.
We didn't go over that. You're saying in Florida, this person has on all black.
Mm-hmm.
It's hot in Florida all year round.
Right, but this is in the evening. Okay, so you'd be surprised how many people wear all black. Okay, a lot of times.
But I don't know how many times you want me to stand up.
Oh no, I don't. I just know that this is a gated community and this is a building. This is an apartment building in Mount Flora. Okay. Okay.
Well, what do you guys want me to say?
We're looking for the explanation. That's it. I'm not asking you
what?
of basically this photo.
What do you want to do? Because I told you no and you're telling me yes, so.
I got a different question for you.
Having confronted her with some solid evidence already, the male detective drops what he hopes will be the smoking gun.
What would you tell me, or what would you say if the belongings to the people I showed you in the photo, the two people that are no longer on this earth, the belongings were in the car you were in?
Will this bombshell finally get Vicky to confess?
You have to ask.
I'm
Because
not
he's the one that
asking.
gave me the vehicle.
I'm not asking. I'm asking you about those things.
You're asking me about the property that I told you I had no idea what was in there?
Okay. I'm gonna be real honest with you.
Because I did tell you I didn't go in the trunk. What?
Of course not.
You got some street wit about you, and I can tell. You're a smart, very polite young lady. What makes you look foolish is when you say that's not you in the photo. You're smart. You're smart as a whip. I'm telling you, this is the thing. I just want you to understand, all the stuff you're saying makes sense. But when Sergeant got you right here.
But you keep going back to the photo. You said no, and I said no.
Yeah, and that's what I'm getting at. It's like everything you're saying, smart as a whip. Boom, boom, boom. Vicky's got the answer to this. With this,
I don't know what
you
else you want me to say. If I'm saying no, that's not me. So what's your next question?
You got to give me some explanation. Like, if I ask you something like, no, because A, B, and C, you're just saying, no, that's not me. But any person, a child, could look at this and be like, yeah, that's the same
If that's what you're saying, but that's not what I'm saying. And I said I wasn't there.
Okay.
One last appeal to Vicky's ego, and the chance for her to avoid looking foolish, also fails to garner a confession.
So, we know it wasn't in Florida.
If that's what you say.
No, we know it wasn't in Florida, but somehow the vehicle ends up from Florida here.
I don't know how the vehicle got here, okay? All I know is my part.
When the detective tells Vicky they know the person she claims to have given her the car wasn't even in Florida at the time of the murders, she feigns ignorance. Soon after, Vicky asks for a lawyer. She was ultimately charged with first-degree murder, but in 2024, the court ruled her incompetent to stand trial.
A woman accused of murdering an elderly Mount Dora couple has been ruled incompetent to stand trial. Police say Vicky Williams stabbed Daryl and Sharon Getman inside their home back in 2022. Police say the crime was random. Williams will now be placed in a mental health treatment facility.
Vicky was held in a mental health facility, but that isn't where the story ends. Months later, the ruling was overturned, and Vicky Lynn Williams is now set to stand trial in 2025. Records show that Williams has a decades-long criminal history, including 24 arrests in Ohio and South Carolina. Previous arrests range from misdemeanors to felonies, including assault, criminal trespassing, theft, robbery, receiving stolen property, and domestic violence. Whether a conviction for first-degree murder is added to her rap sheet remains to be seen, but based on the evidence, it's very likely.
was the last time you saw Jakari?
I haven't seen my son in over 3 years.
How long ago did you start getting concerned for him?
I've been concerned for like the last month, but it really got serious like within the last week.
Yeah.
Cause I have distant. My dad been dodging. Like every time I come over here, every time I come over here to like drop the kids off or something to him, he'll say he's not here. But I'm like, how you not here if you just told them?
Have we seen anything goofy on the ground?
Goofy?
Yeah.
Like in what sort? For something suspicious?
Just something that catches the eyeball.
I mean, besides the person.
Yeah, he's been there for a minute.
We'll just start, I mean, obviously, you know, we're here because of Jakari. So the main thing that we're wondering here is what happened with Jakari.
It's October 10th, 2023, and the Milwaukee police are about to confirm a horrifying discovery inside a home in Wisconsin.
Milwaukee police, if you're in here, announce yourself if anyone else is in here.
Alright, is there anything on your side?
You going down to the basement?
All
right.
Entrance.
I'm on your 6, Osana. Creep. I'm on you.
I got eyes to the right, there's a mattress.
Okay.
You want to hold my left?
Apparently people are supposed to be living here?
Given the state of the home, piles of trash and the awful smells, officers are shocked that someone is supposed to have been living here recently. But it's in the living room that the true horror awaits.
Just all fuzzy where you at?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that's good.
Alright.
What do we got?
What's going on? Alright. Clearing this level.
Was the basement clear too? Just let dispatch know.
Lying on the floor, wrapped in blankets that are crawling with maggots, officers find the lifeless body of 12-year-old Jakari Robinson.
Yeah, he's been there for a minute. You alright?
You guys alright? Yeah.
The young boy's emaciated body, which was later weighed at just 54 pounds, appears to have undergone some heavy trauma, with several broken bones, including both arms.
This is the only call for DOE.
Alright. Disregard that. Have we seen anything goofy on the ground?
Goofy?
Yeah.
Like in what sort? For something suspicious?
Just something that catches the eyeball.
I mean, besides the person.
What is this?
Is this house occupied?
It's apparently he was just staying here.
Where's the DOE?
Right here.
Right here.
Oh.
Doesn't even look lifelike.
It's possible that Jakari has been lying on the floor for some time, and officers soon draw their own conclusions about what happened to him.
He was just by himself.
He's been there for a while.
Yeah, for sure. Wonder if this is just a nasty case of neglect.
Probably.
So the kid's supposed to be, what, 11, they said?
Yeah.
Outside of the home, officers speak to Jakari's distraught mother, who claims she has not seen Jakari for years.
So you're mom of Jakari? When was the last time you saw Jakari?
I haven't seen my son in over 3 years.
Okay.
Every time when I would call Ramon and ask him, can I see my son, he would tell me no, he's too bad. I said, Ramon, a kid is never that bad where they can't see their mom. That's his bull. I texted Ramon early today. I was at work. I texted him over and over. I said, Ramon, when can I come and see, can Jakari come over? I got the girls. Can I get Jakari? He said, Jakari will be with you very soon. He said, I'm too weak right now to bring him to you, but I will make sure that he gets to you today. I said, okay, fine. Then I had mentioned my son. I said, well, Vaz can come and get him and bring him over to me. Then I get a call, just getting off of work. I got a call. My daughter said, Mama, I knew it. They found him dead.
When you texted Ramon, did he ever respond to you?
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
He responded to you today?
Yes, he did, several times.
Okay, and what did he say to you?
I'm going to read them to you right now.
Okay.
Oh, come on. Oh, my God. He's on now. Okay, this is the number he texted me from right here. Oh, come on, this phone. Oh, it's just such a jerk. Here it is right here. This is what he said. He said, I don't have, he pretty much saying he don't have no energy to bring Jakari to me. And I just kept texting. And then I said, because he had told me, I know he got, and I said, you're going to be okay. You're going to, prayer works and all this other stuff. He said, I'm not feeling good. He said, but I will, pretty much bring Jakari. He said, yes, I have Jakari. Yes, I have pretty much, I got Jakari here. Jakari's fine. But then this?
Jakari's mother wasn't living with the boy at the time, as the father, 45-year-old Ramon Moy, had full custody of Jakari, as well as Jakari's two sisters. The 12-year-old's body was only discovered when his older brother, who lived elsewhere, had gone to visit Jakari after growing concerned at not being able to see him. It's the brother that the police talked to next.
You're the one that found your brother, right? Was the door unlocked or was it locked? It was unlocked? Okay. Is he supposed to have a cell phone with him?
Jakari?
Yeah.
He have a cell phone, but I don't even think that is on.
Okay.
I don't even think that's on, bro.
How long ago did you start getting concerned for him?
I've been concerned for like the last month, but it really got serious like within the last week.
Yeah.
Because I was distant. My dad been dodging. Like every time I come over here, every time I come over here to like drop the kids off or something to him, he'd say he's not here. But I'm like, oh, you're not here if you just told them. So, I came here because he been texting me today saying he only got a couple days left to live. Like yesterday, last couple days, he been telling me like his been messing with him. He said he only got a couple days left to live, this and that. So I'm like, okay. So I'm like, Dad, he said he don't want us to see him like that. So he been staying away from us. So I'm like, Dad, I need to see you. Like, if you only got a couple days left to live, I need to see you. You had me for the last couple of years. I'm like, if you got that, and if it's that serious, I need to spend time with you before you leave. So he been telling me that I don't have. He been telling me like no, I don't have the energy right now. As soon as I get the energy, son, I would definitely you can definitely see me. So I'm like, I just knew. I'm like, no, something.
You just felt something wasn't right.
I just knew it because I'm like, he don't never dodge me like this. He never dodged me like this.
Despite the father's claims that he only had a few days left to live, police caught up to Ramon 4 months later, after he had gone on the run.
And one of Wisconsin's most wanted is in custody tonight. This is 45-year-old Ramon Moy, facing 1 homicide charge and 3 child neglect charges, all in connection to the death of his 12-year-old son.
Given the chance to tell his side of the story, the father chillingly recounts the events that led to his son's death.
We'll just start, obviously, we're here because of Jakari. So the main thing that we're wondering here is what happened with Jakari.
Jakari always, I've been Jakari always had a problem, but I was just used to see it.
What kind of problem?
It's like, he wants to say and to do whatever you want to do and all types of stuff. Cussing me the whole way, or you hear him move, or you try to attack me, or other girls. Then at that point, then it started getting to where he just wanted to do this. I still a lot.
Still a lot? So he had some discipline problems?
Yeah, he got a lot of this.
What was he stealing?
Just like food, and I couldn't. I understood that first because he was getting fair. And after he got eaten, it's like he wanted to get up in the middle. He wanted to get up in the middle back, and he wanted to still again. Like you go to the egg card, that someone he just started getting worse with.
Okay. So he kept on stealing food and stuff?
Then it started getting to the point where I couldn't even take him to the stores because again, he started stealing.
Were you the only one in charge of him?
Disgracefully, Ramon tries to justify his ill treatment of Jakari, claiming the boy would attack his sisters and steal food. He then tries to gain sympathy from the investigators, describing how his own difficult situation, including the death of his girlfriend, led him to not caring anymore.
The mom's not really in the picture, right? If I remember correctly, she said you have custody, correct? Of like all 3 kids, full custody of all of them, right?
So, when was the last time you saw Jakari?
When was the last time I saw him?
Yeah. October 10th? What do you remember about October 10th?
No, that's, okay, so he died on the 3rd.
Mm-hmm.
But I had stayed in the house with him for almost like a whole week.
A couple weeks?
Probably about a week.
Probably about a week? How did he die?
Over, I guess, to the point, like, once it's like I stopped thinking about everything. So it was like, I wasn't breathing.
Okay.
So I just laid down.
So, passes. You have that to deal with. And you're unable to mourn yourself. And then you have the 3 kids that you have to watch. And I'm guessing everything just kind of piles up. It gets way too much. When's the last time that Jakari ate before October 3rd?
I think for the last 2 days, I think I wasn't eating for the last 2 days.
2 days? Okay.
It's clear to the detectives that the father's neglect of his son began long before Ramon claims it did. When challenged on why he had refused to feed Jakari, and not Jakari's sisters, Ramon struggles to provide an answer.
Why specifically Jakari? Because the girls were well fed. I just like hearing it. All of a sudden everybody eating.
So were you just not making him food, or was he not allowed to eat?
You weren't allowing him?
No, after, well, I don't know. It was like I was being serious and stuff for abuse and stuff. And tonight, I don't think
You don't know?
I just stopped. Like I said, after I it's like I started thinking about everything.
Mm-hmm. So was Jakari able to go into the kitchen and grab food if he wanted to, or no? What would happen if Jakari went into the kitchen and grabbed something to eat?
Actually, I wasn't even paying attention. I was, most of the time, after I said right there, I just lay on the couch. And it was like, I didn't care.
It would seem that Roman at least cared for his daughters more than he did for his son, although they'll sadly likely suffer some trauma of their own when they grow up and realize what they witnessed in the house.
So when did the girls leave before Jakari? At what point did the girls leave?
They left after I noticed that he wasn't alive. I didn't have I seen him like that.
Okay. So you said the last time Jakari was alive was October 3rd, correct?
Yeah.
Is that when the girls you got the girls out of there?
Yeah, I got them out. I got them out the other time.
Did they see Jakari?
Yeah.
They saw him on the ground? Yeah. Did they know what was going on with Jakari?
No, I didn't tell them. I just told them he was sweet.
The girls were sent to live with their mother after being told that their brother was, quote, sleeping. Next, detectives focus on some of the more disturbing aspects of Jakari's demise.
Okay. I mean, did you know this was going to happen with Jakari?
Oh, it was like I wasn't knowing. It was like I knew, like if he went that long, but it was like I didn't think with that because I know I had one. I don't know. It was weird. It was like I knew he could die, but I didn't thought he would die off of that. I don't know. That's how weird though. That's how it was at the time.
You knew he would die, but you didn't think it would happen.
I knew if he went like a long period of time, I knew he could.
Okay.
What's a long period of time, do you think?
I was thinking like a week or something.
So like 2 days would have been fine, but a week probably wouldn't?
Yeah.
Were the punishments helping with his behavior?
Wasn't helping at all.
Wasn't helping at all? Why'd you continue then?
Well, like I said, to that part, I have no idea. I don't even know.
What about the whoopings? Because he had some pretty serious injuries. Can you describe these whoopings to us?
I just remember that I was whooping.
I mean, would you punch him? Would you, like, how would you whoop him? I mean, what?
I had something.
Would you hit him with something?
Yeah, like a shoe or something like that.
With a shoe or, okay. Was it always something different?
No, I remember. I remember it. The shoe.
The shoe? Okay.
Roman admits that he would sometimes beat Jakari with a shoe. Given the injuries that Jakari sustained, it's unlikely that a shoe would cause such damage. But the detectives will come back to this point later. First, they want to know what Roman did in the 7 days between Jakari's death and his body being discovered.
So he passes on the 3rd. The couple of days before that, I mean, did you know that he was getting close?
No, I didn't realize.
You didn't even realize?
Mm-hmm. Not at
So after he passes, what do you do?
I was in shock, and I just stood there like, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to do. So the only thing I did was I just sat there. I like in the house with him. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to do.
Did you think about calling for help? Can I ask why?
I don't even know why. I just didn't. I probably because I'm shocked. I didn't know what to do. I was scared. Because I never ever heard that, so I was like, I didn't know what to do. I was afraid. I didn't know what to do.
How long did you stay with him?
I stayed with him.
Learning that he had stayed in the house with the body of his deceased son for about a week and didn't call for help is shocking. But the hits keep coming when detectives probe further into the beatings dealt out to Jakari while the boy was still alive.
So he had some broken bones, and we're just trying to understand exactly what happened. And the broken bones would not come from, a whooping with a shoe. He had some pretty strong bones in his body that were broken, and they were at various stages of healing, which means they happened over a period of time, and they were healing, and they're very strong bones, okay? Like, everyone can break their nose, right? It's fairly easy to break your nose, but like, your leg, it's pretty hard to break. Do you have any idea why he would have some broken bones?
I mean, the only thing, like I said, I was doing like a shoe, and the shoe was kind of like a thick sole.
Okay.
So,
you think that might have caused it?
Roman continues to stick to his shoe theory, but he has no excuses when trying to explain why Jakari was so malnourished.
What was preventing Jakari from getting food the last couple of days?
It was just me.
Just you?
A clear picture is starting to emerge of the house of horrors in which Jakari lived prior to his death. Not only was he beaten and denied food, but we soon learned that Jakari was not even allowed to go to the bathroom.
I mean, was Jakari he was free to walk around the house and everything, right? So were you just, what would have happened if Jakari went and got food?
At the time, I probably would have still told him no, but a lot of times I was outside.
Because there was food in his pockets.
There was food. Okay. But yeah, I don't know. Like a lot of times I was outside.
So if Jakari pulled something out of his pocket and started eating it in front of you when he was on a timeout, what would you do?
I don't know, because I never saw him do that.
Was he fearful? Like, if he knew he couldn't do that, right? Like, so he knew if he did that there would be a whooping probably, right?
Yeah, probably.
What do you think caused Jakari to die?
Probably from those last days without eating. That's the one I had to go.
It was malnutrition. There were quite a lot of bottles of pee in the living room. Was he allowed to go and use the toilet at all, or did he have to stay just in the living room?
Oh, yeah. So, yeah. I just let him, I had him stay in the living room, because if he went to the bathroom, he could take his sneak off and do that stuff, so I just had him pee in there.
Okay.
So he wasn't free to roam about the house?
Not at a certain, if he was going not by himself now.
Okay. How would you prevent him from going and, would you, was he tied up? Was he, kind of put in an area where he couldn't move?
Yeah, I put him inside the area.
Okay. And how would you keep him from getting out of that area?
It's hard to understand how any father could treat their child this way, but Roman Moy stuns detectives by claiming he didn't even notice his son was underweight until just before he passed away.
I mean, he was severely underweight. At what point did you notice he wasn't the size he should be, you know?
I probably noticed like probably that same week or week or two.
What about his size caught your eye? Like, because he was very underweight, you know? What about him stood out to you that made you recognize that he was underweight? Nothing? But you did notice it?
It was like I noticed it. Some, but it was like it wasn't like I didn't thought he would die or.
Okay.
Or something like that.
Roman may think he'll get a lighter sentence by playing dumb and acting like he didn't know or care due to his own personal struggles. But he's about to be hit with some home truths by the detectives, who have been doing some digging on Facebook.
So since this happened, there were a lot of conversations on Facebook. Was that always you talking? Or just pretending to be someone else? Because a lot of people were coming at you?
Was me.
It was always you? Yeah. So there's a couple of messages in there where it says that what happened to Jakari wasn't an accident.
You said it's a couple of messages that was not an accident.
That you had responded then to people saying that what happened wasn't an accident.
I can't remember.
Can't remember? So I have, particularly, there's one here. His son was intentional, so don't get it twisted. It was sent in November. It's from you.
He probably attacked the wrong because I even sent out another saying, I sent out quite a few of them saying, the guy never met for and stuff like that. So that probably was like a misprint.
Misprint?
Yeah, it had to be because it's a lot of times I was typing and it my wrong.
Okay.
So if that was, because I sent out a lot of them, telling everybody I was not in my right mind.
Misprint or not, the judge in Roman's case was not convinced. They called this case the most vicious and aggravated thing they had ever seen in their 30 years working in the judicial system. A medical examiner stated that Jakari could have been dead for a month before his body was discovered. Roman pled guilty to first-degree reckless homicide, chronic neglect of a child, and failure to report the death of a child. He was sentenced to 47 years behind bars.